Hi there everyone, and today we're going to be looking at some Marklin HO trains. Yes, that's what I'm looking at today. Marklin trains. We've got the insider car. Ooh, the insider crocodile. Very, very interesting. Let's take a look, shall we? We're going to be taking a look at that, and also we're going to be taking a look at the layout. As you can see, we've got some double O gauge, but I've got my Marklin track below. That's what we're going to be doing today. So let's pop this out of its blister pack, and the clops unfortunately have dropped out, but that's okay. And ooh, very, very exciting times. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. Here we go. We're on to the good stuff. We're on the insider crocodile. Yes, you have to be careful with the crocodile because you never know. They might bite, but it should be okay. So let's take a look, and it has the packaging on the front, and we will see what we shall see. Here we go. I'm just being careful to take these little pieces out here, and then hopefully this Marklin packaging is, there we go. Dun, 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 the insider crocodile. It's got a piece of plastic to protect it, and then dun, 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 we are safely out of the packaging, guys. Safely out of the packaging. Oops. And here we go. Here's the insider crocodile. Ooh, super exciting. Super duper exciting. So let's take a look at the detailing on this. Ooh, pantographs going up. There we go. And this particular number is E9307. So that's E9307. And if we look at the detailing, this is what separates it from the other ones. That, can you see there? There's actually sort of like ribs on the locomotive. Very, very nice indeed. Very nice indeed, guys. So let's just flip around onto the layout, and we can take a better look. Dun, 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 dun. Oops. Got to put the camera there, really. But yes, we can take a detailed look. There's number 2 end there, and then we have number 1 end there, and this is the detailing on the top. Very, very nice indeed detailing. Very, very interesting detailing indeed. Yes. So let's place it on the table. Oops. Dun, dun, dun. Put that down and put that there, and take a look down there. We need a strip of track just to place our locomotive on. There we go. And let's take a look. Now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to those of our other UK trains, so we'll put them away because we're talking about Marklin at the moment. And while we're looking at that, we also have a rather interesting beer car. Look at the King Ludwig beer car. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Now this is a special one, as you can see by the little sort of M on the side, and it's a very interesting beer car that I managed to pick up, and it's made in Germany. It's a proper made in Germany Marklin car, and it is the King Ludwig beer car. Yes, The King Ludwig beer car. Now, what do you guys think of the King Ludwig beer car? Leave me a comment as to what you think of the King Ludwig beer car. Now, let me just hook up a little bit of power track to our track, because I'd like to put on the sound for you. So let's just connect this. Oops. Let's just connect this up, and then we can get just a little bit of sound. That's the plan anyway, with the King Ludwig. King Ludwig is rolling away. Right, okay, so let's put on some sound and we should be good to go. Dun, dun, dun. And we're going to be using the Marklin controller here. Yes, that's what we're going to be using. So switch over to that, and here we go. Super. There's our sound. Very, very nice. There's our whistle. Yes, there is our whistle, and I'll just briefly check the chat. Let's briefly just check our chat. Yes, there's our chat. Chat is live. And I'll just check. Chat's working. Yes, chat is working. Excellent. Right, I can go back over here now and take a further look. Right, so there's our locomotive there. Let me just set this up so I can zoom in. Dun, dun, dun. We need a little bit more light, I believe. Just a little bit more light on here. That's a lot better. Right. Better light now, and then we can switch over and then go to swap the camera. Ahaha! Perfection! So we can get some better detailing. Now also we have our lighting system, so let's put all our lights on and shift. I believe that's all our lights on. There we go. Oh. And I'm just checking. There's our lights. Because it's in Swiss. There we go. There's our light mode. Now we can actually switch it into Swiss mode as well. But there's... Let's move forward. There we go. Oops. And we're going to connect up to the King Ludwig. There we go. Hooked up to the King Ludwig beer car. Are we ready for some beer though? That is the question. And if we switch over, we can get some announcements. Now, if someone can translate that into English, I'd love to know what they're saying. we go. We've connected up the coupler. Now, I've noticed that the Insider Club seems to have the markings here, particularly the yellow markings here and here, are definitely exclusive to that club, and I think the colour is as well. So I think the colour is actually quite exclusive to the Marklin Club one as well. And if we look at, oops, that's the wrong box. If we look at the box over here and take a closer look, that is our special edition number. It's 37870. So that's what the number is. And it's the Locomotive Marklin Insider car. Well, Locomotive. And yes, very, very interesting indeed. It's a very, very interesting model indeed. Now we can switch over to the features, and this is the features that we will be seeing. It's got a rather nice sound. So that's the start-up sound. Oops. Move over here, that's a little bit better. And then we've got a long one, short one, and then we've got this one, which is, I think it turns off the sound. We've got interior cab lighting that we may or may not be able to see properly. There we go. There's our interior cab lighting, which is that button there. And then switching over to the second page with shift, we have, now that button changes it into Swiss lighting mode. So I'm just going to change direction. So if we switch on shift and press this one, it will actually turn this white. There we go, and that puts it into Swiss running mode. Looking at the other sound functions, this is the station announcement. That's a wheel squealer off, and then we have connection. That's a blower, and that's a connection. Yes, excellent. Hello there, hello there. We are live in the train room. And train ride, are you taking again? Yes, we are doing live trains at the moment. That's what we're going to be looking at. We're just doing some Marklin trains, and we're looking at several Marklin trains. And here we go. Let me just place the camera down for a second. A quick second, if I can place this here. Is that going to balance? We do not know. Right, okay. Hopefully that can balance ever so slightly. Right, okay. So we're going to be taking a look at several here now. And where are we? These are the beer car ones. Right. I believe this is the King Ludwig one. So this is the King Ludwig one. that we will be looking at, and that's number 4415318, because it's back to front in my camera. So that particular one is the King Ludwig one, which is this particular one here. Oops, I'll just switch over camera. And that's that one. The King Ludwig Dunkel. But we have a second bigger car somewhere, which is the Warsteiner one. Yes, this is the Warsteiner one. So we'll switch over to the Warsteiner one. And the Warsteiner one is model number 4417, if you're interested in it. And that is the Warsteiner one. Yes, very, very exciting. Very, very exciting times. So that's the detailing on the Warsteiner. Take a closer look, shall we? And then there's our locomotive. So that's in the train room. We're currently just in the train room, trying to balance a few lights, trying to organise the lighting, and we're taking a look at the Marklin collection down below. So let's take a look at a couple of other models, shall we? Straighten you up. And we also have a very interesting one here, which is, this is a rather interesting one. We actually have a Marklin, steamroller, which is another interesting one to look at. So let's take a look at the Marklin steamroller, because it's not necessarily a train, but it's another interesting model to look at. And just keep that out of the way, you know. And this steamroller is number 1895. This is number 1895. So let's pop that out and take a look-ski inside. Here we go. Ooh, now the packaging has faded ever so slightly. I think that is probably just its age. And this is the amazing model. It's fully die-cast metal, and I think it's excellent quality. If the camera wants to focus anytime soon. So we'll place that down next to our locomotive and take a close look, shall we? So as for scale, that's what we're looking at in terms of scale, in terms of locomotive. It's about locomotive height. And the flywheel does not spin, but the wheels do move. Yes, so that is our Marklin steamroller. Number 1895. Very, very interesting. Very, very exciting indeed. So, very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. And let's just place the camera back over here while I sort out some of the packaging. Just while I sort out some of the packaging, because things are getting a little bit messy. So these are our special pieces of card and other things as well. And we'll organise that in a little bit because it's getting a little bit awkward. Right, let's take a look at some other models. We shall put our steamroller away for now. In the little box. And take a further look, shall we, at the collection. Okay. Here we go. And taking a closer look, we have another special one. Now this is sort of for American ones, which is number 4861, which is the shell one. This is rather interesting indeed. So, I love steam engines, it's a nice one. I also love old Scammell trucks from Brian in Kent. Hey there, Brian in Kent. Now these are American wagons, which are quite interesting, to say the least. Let's take a further look. And these are rather nice. Alaskan Railroad, I do believe. And they're metal. They've got a lovely metal body. So that's that one. And taking a look at the shell one as well. We'll just take a closer look at the shell one, shall we? We'll just flip that around. Camera around, so we've got better lighting. That's a little bit better. Right, okay. And that's a closer, I'll just give you a closer detailed look now at that. And it should look quite good. Should look quite interesting. And we'll take a look at the shell one. Let's just pop it out. Oops. Of the casing. Try not to drop them. And that's the shell one. So that's our shell model. And it's number SCCX 119, and obviously that's the couplers. Now, one thing that I did notice is that the detailing underneath, there's not a lot of detailing, and these couplers cannot be changed. They actually are built into the frame, so that is something that you need to keep an eye out for. Nice trains, yes, but I'm not Brian. But I met him some years ago. Oh, sorry. Sorry, that was, you met Brian. Sorry about that. I was just trying to look at the comments while I was also posting that. So, that should be good. And we can post that now. So that's the shell. And just in case you missed it, we have the Alaskan Railroad one as well. So let's just take a quick look at the Alaskan Railroad one in further detail. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. So there we go. That's the Alaskan Railroad one. same again, similar again. And this is a metal, it's got a metal die cast frame, which is good. Detailing underneath once more. So it creates a rather nice set. A rather nice set to look at. Yes. And we'll just pop it back into the packaging for now, just to keep it nice and safe. And that's the set. And then if we place the lid on, that is the lid. And it's a special edition. Special edition, yes. So we will just place this back in our collection and take a further look, shall we, at the collection. Okay, what I'd like to show you now is I actually have a Challenger. So we're going to take a look at the Challenger locomotive. I'll just stop that one over there, the crocodile, and we'll take a look at the Challenger, which we have over here. And it's stashed right at the back, so I'll have to just grab it from the back. And this is the Challenger locomotive. Dun, dun, dun. Very, very nice indeed. Very, very nice. Okay, let's take a closer look, shall we? We're going to take a closer look at the Challenger locomotive. And just take a quick glance at the chat. Nice to see trains. Yes, I know. Here we go. Here's the Challenger. Oops, I'll flip it around. And this is the Union Pacific Challenger locomotive that we have here, and it has the smoke deflectors fitted as well. Yes. Has the smoke deflectors fitted. And what we're going to do is we're going to place that on the track now. So we'll just move our beer car, move King Ludwig out of the way, move the beer car out of the way, put the pantographs down on our insider locomotive, move that out of the way, and we're going to place this on the track, hopefully. Place this on the tracks. Now this is how you actually pick up the locomotive, like that. And we're going to place it on the track. Just like that. Check everything is secured. And it is. And then we're going to swap over to this. Turn it off. Shift 2. There we go, the Challenger. And those are our sounds. Turn our lights on. Ooh, there's our light. We'll turn, which is that one there. We'll go over to Shift. And with Shift we can turn on cab lighting and our other lights. So cab lighting we shall turn on. There's our cab lighting coming on. And our other lights, which is our board lights. There we go. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. And our third light is the one at the back. There we go. And that one is shift. That one. Obviously we have our horn. Lovely horn. And then we also have the long horn. And then this is amazing when we put it into move forward. So it's quite a good locomotive. Yes, it's quite a good locomotive. We'll just swip that back. Okay, we've switched our lights back and we can take a closer look. So I'll just put the tripod out again. And that is our big boy locomotive. That's the big boy locomotive that we have there, and this is the packaging that it comes in. Here we go. This is the box that it comes in. Here. So that's the box, and it is Marklin number 39911, the Challenger locomotive. Oh, thank you! So that's the box that it comes in. However, it also comes inside a wooden box as well. So we'll just take a look at the wooden box. So this is the wooden box that it comes in. So it comes in a lovely presentation case, and this is the presentation case that it comes in. And I'll just pop it open. And that is the transportation case that it comes in. And it actually comes in with screws as well. So there's screws to lock it down onto a plate. If we just look there, you can actually see there it is there, that screws down, and it uses some small screws like that in the transport case, so it's very handy to transport it in. Very handy indeed, and like I say, it comes in a lovely presentation case. And as we can hear it over there, there's our train in the background. So let's take a closer look at our locomotive, shall we? We also have some additional sound features as well on here. That's the pumps kicking in, and these all run automatic, which is excellent for playability. Let's listen to some other sounds. That's the blower, and that one, generator. There's a coupling. There's our pump kicking in. And our bell. and that's all the sounds off. There we go. So a rather excellent locomotive there. Absolutely excellent locomotive that we can see running there. And we'll take a look at some more Marklin items, shall we? As we are going through the collection. So let's take a further look. Are you making hills and houses and roads with cars too? Yes, that is the plan. I do plan on making a layout. That's the plan there. I am planning on a layout very soon. We've just got the baseboard, which is there, which is absolutely fantastic. And we will be looking at a few more items soon. So, what else do we have? Aha! We have a lovely insider car here. Let's take a closer look at these insider cars here. Okay, our first insider car that we're going to be taking a look at is number 48162. That's number 48162. And that is this car here, which is the special insider car. This one here, which is the acid case containers. I believe this is the acid case containers. And it's a rather interesting insider car. And this was the annual car of 2012. Oops, try and get this thing to focus. There we go. So that is that car there. And then taking a closer look at the second insider car, which is for the 2014, which is number 48164. And that is this one, which is the diesel tanker car. There we go. Taking a closer look at the diesel tanker car. With the little house at the back. So those are our cars, our special insider cars there. And I think that's pretty good. That's pretty much what we've been looking at. We can put these away back in their boxes for now, just to keep them safe. And this is the packaging. So that's the diesel car going back. And now what we'll do is we'll place our that one in. Okay, so we'll just put this back before we move on to the other ones, because I have an extra special one coming up shortly. That's our insider car going back in. Okay, so that's our two insider cars. Number 2012, insider car for 2012 and 2014. So we're going to place these back in our store. Oops. And take a closer look at some other wagons as well, because we have the high stepper now. So we'll just move that out of the way. Just move our Challenger out of the way. And we're going to be looking at the high stepper. Now this particular model is a very, very special model indeed. It's a very, very special model indeed, this particular model. So we'll take a closer, more in-detailed look, more in-depth look at this one. So this is the high stepper. Very, very nice locomotive indeed. This is the high stepper. So we're going to pop this on the track in a second. We're going to pop this over on the track and we can take a closer look, can't we? Let's just move that over there. Oops. And place this on the track. Right, okay, let's take a look at this. So this particular one is Marklin number 39436. The high stepper. And that's it on our screen. We're going to start turning on some functions. So we turn on sound. There we go. Automatic sound's now enabled. Put lights on. There we go. There's light number 1. Light number 2. And we shall also put on our interior cab light, which is shift. I'm going to do shift and then that one there, this one here. So we're going to turn on our cab lighting. There we go. Very nice indeed. And that's our cab detail there. Some exquisite cab detail. Auto sounds are enabled. And we have a... And... And then let's just switch to some of the noises. Change our direction. I think you spent a lot of money, Sweetie, this weekend. Oh, I've had them a while, these ones. Here we go. And if we take a closer look at the sounds, there we go, blowing off some steam. Shoveling coal. A lot of coal shoveling going on. And then various sound functions here. There's a blower. And pump. And other pump. So that is our Marklin trains. We are running our Marklin trains today, and that has been our sort of little review. The only problem that I have is this camera seems a little bit zoomed out. So that's the only issue that I have. That's the only issue that I have. But there we go. Let's try and plug in some juice. We'll just plug in some power to my camera. Oops. There we go. Perfectione. Perfectione. So that is our Marklin train collection, and hopefully you've enjoyed watching the video. I've had lots of fun playing with the trains, and it's been excellente, and I've been particularly enjoying the beer cars. The Warsteiner one is excellent. Excellent. But one thing that I need to do is I need to sort of set up a tripod so that you can zoom in slightly better. But what do you think of the large one here, the Union Pacific Big Boy Challenger? very, very nice model indeed. It's one of my favourites. Are we looking forward to the new Marklin Big Boy? Love the sound of steam engine. Yes. And some more sound. And also it has the inertia mode enabled as well. It does have inertia mode enabled, so that's inertia mode enabled. We'll just put this back in the packaging. Love the sound of steam engineering. It's very good indeed. It's very good indeed. Just stick this back in the baggie that it came in. Yes. Stick this back in the baggie. And I'd like to peel off this strange sticker that I don't like the look of. Okay, let's put this box back underneath the table. That's that stashed for now. And what other sort of locomotives would you like to see? Would you like to see any other locomotives? Is there any particular locomotives? Oh, it's easy from the dust. But yes, sound and steam engineering is superb, absolutely superb. So I hope you're all enjoying the video. I hope you've all enjoyed watching along and had a super duper fun time with me. I've had an excellent time as well making this, and we've been using the Marklin Mobile Station 2. That's been the particular device that we've been using today, the Mobile Station 2, and it's been excellent for making various sounds such as woohoo, choo choo, and the sounds on the high stepper are absolutely brilliant. It's an expensive model, but definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. Definitely worthwhile. And we'll just take a quick look at the details on the box. Those are the details of the high stepper that we're running at the moment. So that's what we're running at the momenti. And it's rather nice. Rather nice indeed. I know I'm certainly enjoying it. Certainly enjoying the high stepper. Yes, it's one of my favourite models so far in the collection, in my Marklin collection. We're just blowing off some steam, as you can see, and yes, it's a very nice one in the collection. Really enjoying it. Very much indeed. Very much indeed. So that's our model in the collection. And what else do we have that we can talk about? We have the Glock. The Glock model is very interesting indeed. Let's take a closer look. We've got a die-cast metal chassis, and there's the bell with the banger, and this particular model is very nice indeed. very, very nicely put together model. And we have 3 wheels on each side. And that's the Glock model that we have. And let me just grab the box for it. Okay, so the bell is Marklin model number 84866. Hi there, 84866, and it's a special, it's got the M on again, it's a special dealer one, and that's the Glock, and it says it's for the special anniversary there. Special anniversary box for the special anniversary model, the Glock, the bell. So that's our special limited edition model that I like a rather lot. I do like it a rather lot. Yes, it's a very, very interesting model indeed. A very, very interesting model. And I really enjoy running it on the layout. So that's our models, that's the high stepper. There we go, there's the sound. So that is our sounds. Make sure we've stopped it there. We can turn it back on just for a little bit of background noise maybe. And yes, excellenti, excellenti. So I hope you had a super duper fun time looking at the trains. And there's a few more models that I'd love to go into more detail of. And yes, very, very love to go into some more detail of that. So what I'd like to do now in the video is, well, in this live stream even, and if you're watching on catch up, excellenti. And what I'd like to do is pose some more questions to the audience now. What's your favourite Marklin collection? What is your particular interesting cars that you like? And while we're going through the comments, I'll actually start to box some of these items up. Let's put the Warsteiner away. We'll just start to box some of these items away now. And place this back in the box. This is just a simple cardboard. Marklin have moved over to a plastic, which is a lot better really for storing them than just the simple cardboard. They are a lot better stored in the plastic. So yes, that is the Marklin collection update at the moment. We're just slowly boxing everything away. This is still my favourite one. That's the model number there. And this by far is still my favourite one, the King Ludwig. and I'd love it if this camera would focus in. The King Ludwig car. Very special, very special. I like the gold colour on the top and the coat of arms. And I'll just put that away now, as I thought I'd just show you if that was one you were particularly enjoying. So we'll put this back in the box now. And we'll put this away. So is there any particular cars that you find interesting? Is there a particular wagon that you like in the Marklin collection or in other collections? To be fair, any sort of HO locomotive that you like? We'll just place this back in the collection now. And while I'm here, I'll just pick out, this one's quite an interesting one, which is the Halloween car. Yes, which is number 44232. I know it's not Halloween at the moment, but I do kind of, this is what I really like about Marklin, is that they really do like to make some interesting wagons. This wagon in particular. This one glows in the dark, which makes it interesting. And that's the wagon. Ooh, spooky! There's the glow in the dark plastic on the top. And we have a spookiness, which is extra nice. So this, and it's quite a heavy car. There's a fair weight to this car, actually, surprisingly, and it's detailed as well underneath. So it's detailed underneath as well, and we'll just pop that back in the packaging. But that is a particular one that I do find quite interesting. It is an interesting car to have in anyone's collection. And we'll just package this away now. Blowing off some more steam once again in the background. And like I say, this is actually a Marklin startup one. So it's simpler, but it's still a goodie, and they feature the NEM couplings as well. It does also feature the NEM couplings as well, which is extra good. So yes, extra good fun. And we have the steam engine in the background, making some additional noises. But yes, I hope you've been enjoying the video. And do you have any questions about the collection, or what else would you like to see in the future? That's what I would like to ask you at the moment. That's the question that I pose to you. What are you looking forward to next? Because I really do enjoy the Marklin. I think it's extra good quality, and I think it's very, very good indeed. Very, very good indeed. So I'm going to start bringing. Oops. I'm going to start bringing the live stream to a close now. And yes, what was your particular favourite? What was your particular favourite today? Is it the high stepper? Let's switch over. Which one was your favourite? Was it the high stepper locomotive that we have here? Did you like the high stepper? Did you like the crocodile? Oops. Let's just look at the crocodile for a second. Did you like the crocodile? Was the crocodile your favourite, the insider crocodile? Or is the challenger over here your favourite? The large challenger locomotive. Which one was your particular favourite in the live stream today? That's the question that I would pose to you. And yes, that is the question. Which one was your particular favourite today? And we'll just plug in the charger, because my phone is starting to run out of a little bit of battery. But yes, which one was your favourite locomotive in the video? Leave me a comment down below. I'd love to know. I'd love to know which one was your particular favourite in this one. And I'd like to say, don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe down below. It really helps the channel out. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. And like I say, I'd love to know of your comments. What was your particular locomotive that you found interesting today? Was it a specific one that you liked? Please let me know. I'd love to know. And yes, that's going to be wrapping up the live stream. I'll just pose it. Is there any other questions that you'd like to ask in the chat? Is there anything else in the chat that people would like to put in the chat? Speak now, because I am going to go in any second. I'm going to be stopping the live stream in any second now. But I'd like to say thank you all so much for dropping by. I love you all dropping in. It was absolutely brilliant that you all popped in to take a look at the video. I'm just sort of experimenting with these live streams, and I hope you enjoyed watching. Yes, I hope you all enjoyed watching, and I'm going to say bye bye for now. Bye bye everyone. Bye everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to the live stream. Thank you ever so much. Goodbye everyone. Bye.